Happy Sunday, YouTube. And look where I am. Look what I'm wearing. It's finally here. It's been a while, but the last time I did one of my Transformers unboxing videos, I mentioned that I had two more Transformers that I knew I was going to get. One that I had already ordered, and one that I was going to order in the near future. The one that I did already have ordered ended up having some sort of a shipping problem. I was tracking it, and it never left China and made its way over here. So the problem is on eBay you can't get in touch with the seller and you know, tell them you have an issue until the very last date of the estimated arrival date, right? So I ordered this guy back in, oh God, was it April or something like that? Or, oh no, it was in August. It was August 12th, I think I purchased it. And the latest shipping date that it should have arrived by was October 14th. So I couldn't get in touch with the guy and ask what's going on until October 14th. But as soon as I did, it was he was like, oh, okay, I'll check it out, cool. And if something bad has happened, I'll send another one. So he ended up sending another one. And in the meantime, I had already gone ahead, you know, a month or two after that and ordered the next guy in line. And that one had no problems. So it was actually the second guy I bought that ended up showing up first. And then the other one that had to reship showed up like a week later. So the one I'm going to do right now was the one that I ordered second that showed up first. And in Transformers, there was the original Autobot crew that landed in the Ark and was kind of the backbone of the lineup for a little while until they started introducing new sets of characters into the series from time to time. This character was from one of those kind of secondary introductions to new characters, and he was friends with Inferno. He kind of worked hand in hand with Inferno, who, if you don't remember, was the red Autobot fire truck that I did a number of videos ago. And without further ado, we are looking at the Autobot Red Alert. Now, Red Alert, you can see here maybe that he is actually a Lamborghini Countach, and he has like the fire department symbols on his doors and hood. He was a character who was very much concerned with safety and precautions and constant vigilance in maintaining security and stuff, right? So because of his kind of paranoid attitude, he was always talking about these things and always on his other fellow Autobots about these things. And it could have been annoying to his fellow Autobots, but in a lot of cases he was always bang on. He was dead right about things. He had very sophisticated sensors and intuitiveness, and he could also oftentimes predict troubles, sometimes before they happened or the moment he picked up wind of them. And it came in handy in saving the Autobots' bacon from time to time. So here's a little clip featuring Red Alert and also his buddy Inferno as they kind of race to the rescue in a situation and kind of showcase some of their abilities. So here we go.
Must be the 1040 out of Croton Falls. I'll radio them to the auxiliary track. 1040, come in. Hello. You okay? Call the fire lookout. Smell any smoke? No, but I will. There's always a fire somewhere, and that somewhere's dead. I'll knock out the fire.
as you can see, he's got a cool, quick car form, and then he's also quite effective in robot mode as they were putting out that fire, and then afterwards detecting a Decepticon attack, which you didn't really see happen at the end there. In terms of his character in the original series, he is a Lamborghini Countach, as you can see, and he was just basically a redo of the Sideswipe character. If you don't know Sideswipe, I do have his Masterpiece character, but he was one of the first 3 or 4 that I had before I started doing my unboxing videos, so you won't actually see him in my library, but I do have his character. So in that original 1980s G1 toy line, he was just a remold of Sideswipe. So exact same car, exact same robot mode, exact same parts. The only difference was that he was different colors with different decals on him and stuff like that. And I think maybe his weapons, no, maybe his weapons were even almost exactly identical as well. So yeah, he was just kind of a rehash of Sideswipe. But here is a look at his 80s toys, so you can have a gander at that. Although he was a reissue of Sideswipe, basically, he was nothing to scoff at, because you can never have too many Lamborghini Countaches in your Transformers collection now, can you? So that's one thing I do love about the vintage of the Transformers, because you had a couple Lamborghini Countaches in there with Sideswipe and Red Alert. Even Sunstreaker was supposed to be some sort of a Lamborghini, although he didn't really look like it to me. Then you had Bumblebee as like a 1980s Volkswagen Beetle, which was so recognizable. Then you had Jazz as a Porsche. I think was he a 911? Which was so recognizable, right? And then you had all these Trailbreaker was a Ford Bronco or whatever it was. Hound as an army Jeep. There was all these, Prime as the box cab big rig truck. Like there was all these recognizable types of vehicles from the 80s that were showcased in Transformers, which I love because I'm a big fan of retro stuff and nostalgia from when I was growing up. Not only Transformers, but cars and everything, right? So it's always cool to see the old style cars reflected in this series. But anyways, this is the new toy, and let's get him out of the box, see what he looks like, and then we'll get him transformed as well. So here we go. Alrighty, so first step, as usual, is the damn tape. Easy peasy, here we go. As is usually the case. Oh my god, this is giving me more problems than the box tape. What the hell? There we go. As is usually the case, we got the instructions, the character card with the box art and such on there. Love it. And then as we open up Red Alert, we find he comes with 3 different accessories. His main blaster, which is red, of course, because he is security fireman thing. His shoulder-mounted whatever it is, whether it puts out fires or blasts people. Maybe it does both, who knows. And then some effects, of course. Not sure. Oh yeah, whenever he gets premonitions about stuff, or his sensors light up, the 2 little things on top of his head light up. So this actually goes on top of his head like his sensors are going up. And then the car is exactly the same as Sideswipe, only he's got some sirens on top, and of course he has different colors with the fire department decals and all that stuff. So yeah, so looking pretty awesome. Love the Countach. This white tire is out a little bit, but I think it's just because it's not folded up fully into there. But I'm not going to force it because I don't want to break nothing. Or anything, I should say. Sound like an idiot. Anyways, there he is. Let's get him transformed. See what robot mode looks like. Oh yeah. So there you have it. Red alert, done and done. As you can tell from the time-lapse portion, this one was a lot quicker than the last number of characters I did because I finished with a bang on my last round with, you know, all those Seekers and then Ultra Magnus as the last one. So that was a lot of more complicated ones. But this guy was really, really simple. I could almost do him on my own without looking at the instructions. That's kind of how simple it was compared to some of those big guys. But as you can see, a pretty good likeness of Red Alert. And yeah, as far as I remember, it's been a long time since I did the Sideswipe character, but I think it was the exact same transformation sequence. The only difference between them, like I said, is the coloring. He's actually not even a white. He's almost an off-white or really light gray and red, which I kind of like. It's a really neat looking color. And oh, and I forgot you know how the Lamborghini Countach lights, they kind of pop up out of the hood. They actually do that on this character as well, but you know, sometimes these things can be a little finicky and you want to just leave them rather than scratch it or break it, you know. But they do that. I remember now that I see that from Sideswipe, I got his up. Yeah, but like I said, an awesome likeness of Red Alert, an easy transformation sequence. Everything's tight except maybe this arm is a little loose, but everything looks great, works great, and for $39 or whatever he was, it's going to be an awesome add to the shelf. And of course, I should probably put him and Sideswipe right next door to each other because they are basically brothers, although not really. Sideswipe and Sunstreaker are actually considered brothers, but at this point, with how full the shelf is getting anyways, I may not have any choice on where I put him. Where I put him may just have to be where there is space available. So, but I will go down there and put him on the shelf, and then hopefully next weekend, trying to think if we have anything going on. I mean, it's not like you have much going on anymore with COVID and everything, but still there's lots of yard work and such going on and all that sort of thing. So, and I think it's my wife's birthday next weekend too, so I'll have to start thinking about that. So, so yeah, I'll hopefully get to the last character I have in the works right now next weekend. If not, it will probably be the weekend after that. But either way, in the next week or two, the last Transformer, at least for the time being, will be done and uploaded. And until then, have a great upcoming week. Stay warm.